What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the Wakeup system and how it's changed in Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. First thing I want to do is go over what stayed the same. So what has not changed is when you knock the opponent down and they get straight up, no delay at all, there are still 20 frames of invincibility, which is why you knock the guy down and you do something like this and you say, how did my attack go through his body? Clearly I'm attacking him and my attack is just going right through his body. So that hasn't changed. There are still 20 invincible frames while you're getting up. The next thing that hasn't changed is you cannot meaty with a high attack. If you don't know what a meaty is, that just means an attack that you do right as they're rising so that there's no way for them to avoid it, right? They can't jump, they can't poke, they can't get anything on the screen, they have to guard it. So you cannot meaty with a high attack. Notice as he gets knocked down, he stands up and then he goes right into crouch. So there are standing frames as he's getting up. However, you can't hit them during those standing frames. Like nothing you can do. You can't hit them with a high at all. Like there's nothing you can do. And they're fully invincible until the point that they can move. So the very frame you can actually hit them, they can crouch. So there's no way you can do a high attack. So no matter how hard or how well or how perfect you time a high attack, you cannot meaty with highs. The best way to meaty is you want to use mids or lows. This way they have to block it. They can't go around it, right? They can't go under it. They can't anything like that at all. They have to guard the attack when timed properly. So that also has not changed. The next thing that hasn't changed is the options that you have here. You have get up mode. You've got your option to wake up throw, forward roll, backward roll, up 3, up 2, etc. All that stuff. And those are the same. You can input them during your 20 invincible frames. The properties of those moves haven't changed. Like all that stuff has stayed the same. Okay, so here's what has changed. For one, you get off the ground a little bit faster. 4 frames faster. So whenever you get knocked down, however long it used to take you to get off the ground, now you start your rising process a little bit faster. And in the Kombat cast, they said this was to keep the fast-paced gameplay that they're looking to achieve in Mortal Kombat 11. The next thing they did was they addressed the consistency in the level of advantage that the attacker has after knocking you down when it comes to delay wake up. So there used to be 3 ways you could just get up off the ground. You could, as far as just rising, right? You could rise immediately. Then you could choose 2 delayed ways to rise. Short delay, which you lay it on the ground for a short period of time. And then long delay, which allowed you to lay on the ground for even longer. And what was happening was you would knock the guy down and you would predict, okay, I'm going to read that you're going to do a delayed wake up. Okay. And then once you made that read, you then had to make a second read of, now that I've made the read of how that you're going to lay on the ground, I have to guess again of how long you are going to lay on the ground. And this is something that NetherRealm wanted to address just to make it a little more consistent, where if you make that read, you are rewarded and you don't have to make now a secondary read. So what they did was, if you look at your delay get up options, there is just now on, off, or random. There's no longer long and short. So delay get up allows them to lay on the ground for 20 frames. So they're invincible for all 20 frames while laying on the ground. Like I can't hit them at all while they're grounded. And they used to be able to lay on the ground for 15 invincible frames with short and 30 invincible frames for long. And I want to thank Gilbags for providing me with all this information. He did a lot of testing for me on this subject and even in Ultimate as well. So thank you very much, Gilbags. And so now you can lay on the ground for 20 frames, and you used to have 15 frames with short and 30 frames to lay on the ground, fully invincible with long. That's all gone. So now when you knock the guy on the ground, you know exactly how long he's going to be there, and you no longer have to guess long or short. This allows you to, after scoring a knockdown, once you make that initial read, you know when to get your attack on the screen. There's not a secondary way for them to mix you up while grounded, right? This is to give the attacker a little more advantage. This is to encourage him to press his advantage as opposed to, oh, I'm going to back up. I don't know how long he's going to be on the ground, etc., right? The next thing they did for consistency purposes is they made the invincibility while rising universal. So what used to happen was the longer you laid on the ground, the more invincibility you have while you're getting up. So if you get straight up, your invincibility while rising was 20 frames. If you did a short delay, your invincibility while rising was 21 frames. And if you did a long delay, your invincibility while rising was 22 frames. So even if you had the timing down on hitting them as they were beginning their rising animation, the window is different. They have longer invincibility. There were 3 separate timings you had to have. So NetherRealm said, you know what? For consistency, there's just one timing. If you know when they're going to get up and you have the timing down for their rising frames, you don't have to account for any additional invincibility. It's going to be the same timing every time. So now, a lot of people thought, oh, this is going to be the end of Wake Up buttons, etc. But really, if you're missing your meaty timing, you're still going to get hit in the face, right? Like even with these changes, like you can still mistime your meaty and get hit in the face. So even like if I do something like this, my attack is going to miss, right? And he's going to get up and hit me right in the face anyway, like period. So if you're meaty, doing a meaty with a high, you're going to have the same problem. If you don't have your meaty timing down, you're going to have the same problem. Your attacks are going to go through their body because you're timing it wrong. You're hitting them in their invincibility window. It doesn't matter if it's delay wake up or not delay wake up. The problem is your timing and you're going to get full comboed. This is not a problem with the game. This is not, they need to tweak the wake up system further to account for this. This is something that is correctable. This is something you can go into practice mode, practice scoring whatever knockdown you're going to get, and then practice your timing on both wake up options, getting straight up and delay, and you can consistently get your meaty timing down. Bad execution, bad timing is not a flaw with the game. That's a problem with you as the player, and it's correctable. The only reason why it's happening is your own fault, your own misexecution, your own mistiming. All right, so yes, the wake up system is more consistent when it comes to delay wake up. That has been achieved. The tweak they did does what it's supposed to do. However, there's something that has to be said. When you knock the opponent down, if you are trying to meaty with a confirmable full combo starter, you yourself are also at risk to being full comboed, and here's what I mean by this. So I recorded a couple options here, and I'm going to play just a standard like combo, right? And I'm going to try to jump, and I'm not able to jump. I'm tapping up here. I could hold up here. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to hold up. I can't get off the ground, right? It doesn't matter if I hold up forward, nothing. I can't jump out of it. Okay, now I'm going to try to down one. All right, I'm going to wake up, put some buttons on the screen. Let's see if I can down one. No. Okay, so I can't down one. I can't jump. I have to get up. I have to guard this attack, right? Nothing I can do. So if I get up and delay wake up, though, that's a punish. Or if I forward roll, I'm also going to get a punish. He's minus $1 billion on whiff there. Let's go with the overhead option, right? Okay, sure. Tom, that's not your only way to meaty. You set a mid or a low. Okay, there's your low. What about your overhead option, right? Why can't you just do that? Fair enough, right? Let's try a different option here. Once again, the timing is such that I cannot jump out. I can't down one out, nothing. This is a perfect meaty. I can't do anything here. I would have to guard this. Can't jump, can't down one, can't fatal blow, throw, nothing, right? All right, so now I'm going to delay wake up. And it says punish, full combo. So, and this is not just a Sub-Zero thing, right? Now, I know people are going to say, well, I mean, it's Sub-Zero. I mean, overhead and low, we can't get off the ground. Unfortunately, characters that are 50-50 characters, this is how they work in fighting games. When you get knocked down, they're going to mix you up. That's just how they are. That's the irritating thing about them. But this is not about Sub-Zero's mix-ups. This is not about Sub-Zero at all. This is about every character in the game. It doesn't matter who you are. If you make the read that they are going to get straight up and you put your hit confirmable full combo starter mid or low on the screen, it's going to miss if they do a delay wake up, and they will get up and they will full combo you for it. If you make the read that they are going to delay wake up instead, and you're standing over their body waiting for them to do the delay, right as you're about to put your attack on the screen, they don't do a delay, they pop right up, wake up buttons right in the face, full combo. Because you're not anticipating they're getting up. You're about ready to put your attack on the screen, reading delay wake up, and instead they get right up, and yeah. So there are ways around this, but just know that if you're hunting a hit confirmable combo starter, you are at risk to being full comboed. Now, of course, people always say, well, you can keep yourself safe, right? You can just back away. You can down 1, down 3, down 4. What that allows you to do is, so if you time like, you're down 1, I mistimed it there. If you time you're down 1 as they're getting up, or like a down 4 as they're getting up, there's no way that he can jump out of this, nothing, right? He's going to get hit by it. And then, like off my down 4, I'm plus 15. I can jail him. My down 1 is plus 13. My down 3 is plus 14. I can do this, and then if I try to wake up and duck or hit some buttons, I'm plus mega advantage. I jail them into my next attack. If they try to move, then they get punished. Okay, and if they try to delay get up, someone turn delay get up on. If I try to do a delay get up and I, miss my down 1, okay, not a problem. I still recover in time to hit them before they can move. So this is the case for your down 1, your down 3, your down 4. If they roll, you're still safe. You recover way faster than they do. So there are ways that you can kind of hunt, keep your advantage, pressure with like I said, a quick poke, and keep yourself safe. So you can stop them from getting up and jumping or ducking or wake up buttons, and still keep yourself safe from forward roll, etc. You could neutral jump, but again, neutral jumping is, they can always get up 2. So still, it's, again, doesn't keep you completely safe from all their options. So, but again, using down 1, down 3, down 4, just backing up, these are ways to keep yourself safe. And like I said, if you want to use your down pokes, you can still hunt with some type of pressure, although that's not a full combo starter. Some people will say use things like 1-2, like Sub-Zero's got his 1-2 string. There are always people that say characters can do that. I have that example recorded as well. So here we're going to do 1-2, and if I try to get up and duck, right, it'll hit me because the second hits the mid. If I try to wake up buttons here, I'm going to try to wake up and down 1. Right? No, I can't down 1. It's too fast. Even though it's a high, second hits the mid, it's coming out fast enough. And if I try to get up and jump, I'm going to get hit. And if I do delay, he's safe. It doesn't say punish. He could have blocked it, okay? And if this hits me, he has advantage, right? So if he hits me, he's plus 18. I'm jailed into whatever he does next. Okay, but again, this is not a hit confirmable full combo starter. You cannot hit confirm just that single hit. And of course, the high is never going to hit because they can get up, down 1, jump, etc. And the high is going to miss because you really can't meaty with highs. So of course, if they jump, you could also do 1-2-4. 1-2-4 will also keep you safe because characters have like strings that do this. Sub-Zero being one of them. This is why I chose him in this example, because he kind of has stuff that I can show in a lot of situations here. So here we're gonna do the exact same combo here again, and I'm gonna try to do wake up buttons, and he hits me. Try to do wake up jump, and this is gonna hit me as I try to go airborne. So here I go airborne, hits me out of the air. So I can't wake up and duck, buttons, nothing, right? He's gonna hit me. I try to duck, and it still hits me. However, if I do delay on the ground, do delay, and it's still going to hit me like before I can move. I can't even get my attack on the screen. I would have to, even if I do delay, I have to block, right? So I do delay, still have to guard. So you would say, oh, okay, this is foolproof, right? No, because again, if I forward roll, it's a full combo punish. So you always have ways to like full combo punish the opponent. Even if you didn't have the bar, even if you didn't have forward roll on the table, right? 1, 2, 4 is not a full combo hit confirmable starter, right? So again, if you are hunting a hit confirmable full combo starter as a meaty, you are vulnerable to being full comboed yourself by the person who is getting up. That is just the way it is. You can keep yourself safe by doing things like down 1, down 3, down 4, or backing away. But that is the game. So if you commit to those options and something like this happens and you get punished for it, you understand this is the game. This is your fault. However, I just want to say a couple of things on this matter here. The reason why it's so hard to condition people after knocking them down is because of the reward. Like, it doesn't really matter how many times they get punished. The fact that the reward is 30%, 40% or more, depending on the character and the resources that character has, that is too much of a reward. You're never going to condition them to not hunt that crushing blow uppercut, to not hunt that wake up 1-2 or 1-1 or whatever the character has, right? You're never going to condition them to not hunt that because the reward is just too great. It's kind of like the carrot in front of the donkey, right? That we see in like illustrations and cartoons and in TV shows and movies, whatever. You ride the donkey, you put the carrot on a stick, you put the carrot on a string, you put the carrot in front of that donkey. The donkey walks to where he's going with you, and then you get to where you're going, you do whatever, and then you walk back. Never ever does that donkey get the carrot. Never. Yet, he always walks forward towards it because he might get it. That's how the wake-up system is. Because that carrot, that damage, is always dangling right in front of the person on the ground, you are never going to condition them. As long as they have that option to say, if you are hunting a full combo on me, I am also simultaneously hunting a full combo on you, and they will play that game, they will play that system all day. I don't care how many times they get smacked, they're going to do it again. And we oftentimes say, this person's a masher when they're on the ground. That person's mash buttons when they're on the ground. That is because constantly being stubborn and constantly testing your opponent after being knocked down wins. It is a winning strategy in this game if the opponent is also so stubborn that they are going to continue to constantly hunt hit confirmable full combo starters as a meaty. Now, even if you do down 1, down 3, down 4 as they're getting off the ground, they can always just block it, right? So if you get up and block, right, this is -6, this is -7, this is -9, it's your turn. I'm poking you with something, well, yeah, if you get up and hit buttons, sure, that's going to be my advantage and you're going to be yelled into my next attack. But I'm poking you with something in which, even if you get up and hit buttons now, you are at no way, shape, or form at risk in getting comboed. You now have a second chance to get out, right? And if you get up and block, it's your turn. So it's really not pressure. A down 1 is not real pressure, quote unquote, right? Backing up. And that's really the thing. I think NetherRealm, you have to realize, people are not like, oh, how are we going to get off the ground and blah, blah, blah. No, they're not getting up off the ground. The wake-up system is not allowing you to just get up off the ground. This wake-up system is allowing you to get off the ground with combos. Unfortunately, there are situations in which the guy gets knocked down and they're in a corner and they're in a bad situation. They have no breakaway, etc. Only have one defensive bar, don't have both yet. So they still have the option of their up 3s, up 2s, and rolls. But they're knocked down. Their back is to the wall. They don't have breakaway. It should be, dude, if you hit any buttons right now, he's going to wake up and he does a full combo starter, you're done. But you could say, aha, you want to hump that full combo starter on me? Well, we're going to play that game because I'm hunting a full combo starter on you. Who's going to make the right guess, boys? So, of course, you say, man, I got him in a really bad spot. Let me not take any risk here. Let me back up. You have knocked him on the ground, and you're saying, let me not take any risk here and back up, which is amazing to say. Look, I'm not hating on the game. I love the game. I play this game now more than I ever have. I love this patch. This patch is the best thing to happen to the game. I love MK11 Ultimate. I'm going to continue to play MK11 Ultimate. But the Wake Up system just is what it is. It is incredibly flawed in many, many ways. And there's really no way to go about fixing it. All you can do is educate yourself with, the options they have versus the options you have. And decide when you want to take risk or when you want to try to back off and keep yourself safe. That's really all there is, right? That's really what it is. But that is the Wake Up system we have currently. It's probably not going to change. It does have a little bit more consistency than it used to have, but there's still always that who's going to get comboed, me or you, element to it as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, all you guys that continue to watch my videos. Thank you all so much. And stay tuned for more content.